So this video needed to be made now that I have a couple of these LX platform vehicles. So today we're going to be doing an interior comparison of the 2009 Dodge Challenger SRT8 and the 2007 Chrysler 300C SRT8. So we're going to start here with the Dodge Challenger first. So first thing, compared to the 300, you're going to notice this is, of course, a coupe design. So you get the two front doors, no rear doors, but you do get rear seating in the back. So looking at the door here, we have some nice Alcantara suede liner on the side of the door. Some, for the time period, decent material, kind of that rhino plastic that Chrysler products are known for. Some storage alongside the doors. A door handle that is sort of tough to reach, although it would be better up here. Your normal Chrysler window switches, and a nice little faux carbon fiber looking door handle. So hopping in here, most of these SRT products from that era share roughly the same seat. On this Challenger, you have power back, power seat, and then you have manual lumbar control. And being the coupe, you have the little seat belt holder there. So we're going to hop in here into the Challenger. Being a coupe, the window goes down and up when you hop in. So the biggest thing you're going to notice here, and what I will show in the 300, is that this is a little bit of a smaller cabin. So in the cabin here, you're going to notice you have some kind of harder plastic that matches the doors here. If you really dig into it, you can get a little impression out of it. But typical of the time era, some hard plastic here on the dash, and then a push-to-start button. I do have to say these SRT seats are the most comfortable seats that I have been in a vehicle, and they are just that good. So like I was saying with the door handle here, kind of tough to reach. It's on the lower end. If you're a larger person, you're going to have a tough time reaching that. It would be probably better suited up here where the window switches are. But looking at the Uconnect system here, so this is the first original Uconnect system. This is an upgrade from the MyGig system in the Chrysler 300. I have used this system before when I had a 200C convertible, and I do have to say I liked it a lot. So very easy to use, straight to the point. It is a touchscreen. My iPhone, what is this, 13 Pro Max, still connects to the actual head unit, and the navigation pops up really, really fast. One thing you will notice with this Challenger, though, you do not get automatic brights with your lights. You do not get automatic windshield wipers, and you do get automatic normal lights, but when it turns dusk out, they turn on. And you don't get automatic climate either, so it's just a one-zone manual climate control. But you do get heated seats, and this is a manual car as well. One thing you do get, though, you get the push-button start. So sitting in this car here, you can't really see over the hood of the car, and I have this seat up pretty high right now to where I don't have a ton of room left where my hat is compared to where the roof is, partly because of the sunroof here. But you are feeling like you're in a bank vault in this vehicle, which I like. I think that's kind of cool. One other thing to note here, the steering wheel control is a manual switch here that allows you to make adjustments. Cruise control is on the right hand as well. One thing you do get over that Chrysler 300, though, are some upgraded performance features, as this does have the track pack on it, and a little bit better of an audio control with the surround sound here. But mostly everything is the same. With that, you also get a Challenger SRT designation emblem here, where you don't get any SRT designation on the 300. And you get some nice kind of carbon fiber looking plastic here. Again, it's plastic, hard plastic, but yeah, so that's about it. A kind of a different looking dash here than what was in the 300 for the time. Same controls with the air vents, and the rear mirror is the same dimming rear mirror out of the 300. You get some lights up top. One thing to note here, this is black. The headliner is black. In the 300, it is beige. And of course, this does have a glasses holder there and the sunroof as well. One thing to note here, the sunroof in the 300 seems a little bit larger than in this Challenger. That may just be due to vehicle size. So we're actually going to hop in the back seat here and take a look at how much room I have sitting behind myself. Getting into the Challenger is sort of a pain as it is a coupe, but there is a little button you can pull there, and that allows the seat to slide forward. So we're going to hop in the back of the Challenger, and that's what makes this car so unique, is that you can have 4 to 5 people back here and sit pretty comfortably in the car. So I am sitting behind myself, and I have quite a bit of room. Couple inches here. I can sprawl my feet out, which is cool, and it's actually a pretty comfortable seating position back here. You feel like you're in a kind of a smaller sedan, I would say, like a C-Class or a 3 Series, something like that. And there's plenty enough room back here to actually be comfortable, which is kind of cool, but it's just kind of tougher to get out. Nice little kind of leatherette shoulder rest there, elbow rest, and the seats are pretty well bolstered as well, and they hold you in with some Alcantara right there. When you're sitting back here with both seats back, you feel like you're in a bank vault, and it's pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. Kind of one of the selling factors of a Challenger is that you can fit 4 to 5 people back here with air vents, something that other cars still don't give you to this day. So a very cool experience, especially with the manual. For its time, the materials were a little underwhelming, but the seats make up for that, and the total experience of the car makes up for that. I actually have so much headroom back here that it's more headroom than I had in my E550 and my Genesis 5.0 R-Spec in the back of the vehicle, along with the Ford Fusion Sport I had as well. So pretty cool back here. Awesome design for the time, you know, being a 15-year-old car now, which is just crazy to think of. So we're gonna hop out and we are going to take a look at the interior of the Chrysler 300. Hopping into the front seat of the 2007 Chrysler 300C, you're going to notice that when you push the key in and turn the vehicle on, you have auto entry exit mode, which lowers or uppers the steering or raises the steering wheel however you want it, and the seat as well. And on the doors here, like I was saying, you have the beige instead of the all black look, along with the headliner, so it looks a little bit larger in here, a little bit lighter in here as well. Some of the material used is still not as good as the Charger or Challenger was of the time, but they tried to go for that luxury look. The window switches are still the same, and you do have memory seating here with this 300 as well. Like I mentioned, there are auto high beams on this and auto rain sensing wipers, along with windshield or the headlights that wash themselves as well whenever you activate the windshield wipers. I got a little confused there, and I was actually wrong. You will notice here that the rear view mirror comes with the auto dimming option, along with the Uconnect and some sort of speaking option, which I haven't used yet. And you will notice here this has the MyGig system in it, so it's non-touchscreen, a little bit more button orientated. But if we look at the navigation here, we can see that it does come with all of the options that you may want. Of course, there is no signal in here, so we cannot get the navigation. But it is a very nice system. It still comes with a 13-speaker kicker system that the Challenger SRT8 has, with that amplifier and subwoofer. So the sound in this is just as good as the sound in the Challenger, except the fact that the subwoofer in the Challenger is a little bit closer to you than this car. But the seats are virtually the same. There are some design changes in there, as this says SRT8 on them. And you can see there are some stitching differences there on the upper part of the seats. But looking around here, the size of the cabin is just about the same. Actually, the Challenger is about 3 inches wider overall on this platform than the 300 is. So you will notice that a little bit. But the gauges here are white, just like the Challenger. And you do get some of the little informational tidbits here, just like the Challenger, but you do not get those performance pages. You can see that's what I'm averaging for miles per gallon, 13.9. These things don't get great miles per gallon, but that is okay. This MyGig system is honestly very easy to use. Everything is essentially right in front of you. One thing I do like here, as again, it is button orientated, so you have your heated seats, which is cool, feels good. And you have auto control here with your HVAC controls. It is dual climate as well. So that is kind of nice. This has the 5-speed NAG 1 transmission in it, and some more plasticky pieces here. Kind of the same design with that plastic and that plastic as the Challenger as well. So not much different to report. The interior does look a little bit more luxurious here, but I wish they would have used some either some more carbon fiber or some Alcantara, what they used in the Challenger. So again, if we look up top here, you've got beige instead of black, beige sunglasses holder there, and you do have the sunroof on this car as well, along with the HomeLink garage door opening system. So dash a little bit nicer quality than the Challenger, but again, there is no designation for SRT8 there on the right side, which would have been cool, although it does have it in the seats. So we're going to hop in the back seat here, and we're going to go through and see what the back seat is like. You can see a little bit of a larger glove box area and a little bit of a larger cup holder area on this car as well, with a cigarette lighter and ashtray. So if we open the rear door here, that's the first thing, and that of course is apparently different, as this is a four-door large sedan compared to the 2-door coupe. So you have some, what was not suede, but some sort of felt lining on the door right there. Really nice large rear doors, kind of some of that hard plastic and some chrome there, chrome appliques. So if we hop in here, we notice the seats are a little bit more bolstered than the 300, a little bit more room behind the seats, and this is how my passenger was sitting last time I was in here. And if we close the door, you notice that the room in the 300 is more than in the Challenger, which is pretty sweet. I have just loads and loads of room back here, which is what makes this car and this Charger and the Magnum for that matter such a cool car to buy or be in. Of course, you do, just like the Challenger, get this like foam pull down cup holder area here. Not much to show, and a large roof line here, to where you never have to worry about room or your head hitting the top of the car. So some lighting back here as well, place to hold your clothing, as many executives are probably using this car, as it was pricey back in the day. And just overall a ton of room for a family sedan. And I mean, I have oodles of room. I'm sure somebody 5, 6, 7, 8 inches taller than me wouldn't have any issue back here as well. So overall, just a fantastic sedan for being a 2007. You know, you can see the interior on this car has aged exceptionally well. And there are some areas on the door right there that are a little uneven, as you can see. But overall, awesome car, has held up really well. Fun to drive. Rear airbag here. A ton of room, you know, considering. And, you know, you really can't go wrong with either. These rear seats are bolstered really good to where you fit in and you don't go sliding anywhere, which is fantastic. So last things last, we better take a look at the trunks here. I should note that on the trunk of both these cars, this is the exact same. So you have your fix-a-flat tire inflator there, a little area for a car cover or whatever you want there, and then some storage for your batteries, of course, here. So flipping back this, you can see that the trunk in the 300 is massive, and what's nice about these LX cars, the rear seats fold forward. So you can fit anything you want in here. You don't have to worry about space. And that's what makes these cars so practical, as you have your kicker subwoofer there, you know, to where you have damn near as much space in these if you want as an SUV, which made these cars just that tempting and practical for families. And this is definitely one of the largest trunks I've ever rested my eyes on before. And the inside of it is pretty nice. One thing I do have to note here, and we'll compare that with the Challenger, there's a little pull down here, as for the Challenger there is not, and this is lined with felt as well. So next thing, we're going to take a look here at the Challenger and compare some notes. So there is really no good way to open the trunk on the Challenger. You will notice again here, like I said, fix-a-flat, area for cover, and batteries. So we'll put this down here. And you will notice that we have the kicker sound system in the back. The trunk isn't quite as deep or big as the 300, but you could still probably comfortably fit 3 golf bags in here. And again, like I said, you can throw those 2 seats down, the rear folding seats, and you can just get that much more room in the coupe of the vehicle. So an awesome trunk. It is a little less, or it isn't as wide as the 300 when you're looking from side to side, so it may be a little bit more difficult to get your golf clubs or your packages or luggage in there, whatever. But this is still a larger trunk than a lot of different vehicles out there, so I don't think you're going to be that depressed when you see it. But like I was saying earlier here, there's really no good place to grab onto unless you grab the deck lid spoiler, or there's a little grab area right there, which I'm sure was like that on the 300, but of course they made the 300 a little bit nicer. So then you could just grab that and pull the trunk down. There we go, and it's closed. So I hope this little review here helped you if you're deciding to look at any of these LX vehicles, specifically in the SRT8 form.